Hey friends, it's Michael Kostroff. So with the holidays coming up, I spoke about the holidays last week, about how slow it gets, but now I want to talk about being an actor and dealing with questions from your family or folks back home, relatives, um, people like that. And I want to remind you of something I always say, which is you don't have to win the conversation. We get so used to peddling, and searching for proof of our legitimacy that it's very easy to start thinking that you have to be available to justify yourself to everyone. And you don't. You don't. You have to believe you're in the right career. And so, in practical terms, here's what I'm saying. When people ask, what have you been up to? Now, if a casting director or agent asks you, I know you have a lot of anxiety about listing credits. That's a whole other discussion, which I think you don't have to do. But I would not necessarily bring up auditions if I were you. I would say, I've been reading a book that I love. I've been blah, 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 blah. What's happening with the career? Not much. I would leave it alone. It is possible that some of the people you encounter, and again, I don't know your family. It's possible that some of them will start making some suggestions, like, why don't you do a commercial, rather than getting into a long explanation about why it doesn't work that way. Just say, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, great idea. Thank you. And you're done. You're out of the conversation, as opposed to saying, you think I haven't tried? I've tried to book a commercial. You don't know how hard it is. Don't bother. It is also possible that you'll get some real discouragement in the form of, hon, you've been at this a long time. You sure you want to keep this up? I mean, it's very difficult. And here is my answer to that. You're probably right. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Get out of the conversation. Deflect, bring up something else. But you don't have to win. You're not going to change their ability to understand what we do. You are not going to prove your legitimacy. Listen, it almost doesn't matter what you do. I encounter people who are like, oh, so you're an actor, yeah, what have you done? And I could list 3-4 things and like, oh yeah, oh well, so you're still trying, huh? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It seems like whatever I say, they go, yeah, I never heard of it. What else? I'm like, I'm not taking a test, You don't have to either. You don't have to take a test. You don't have to win the argument. Have a nice, peaceful time, and let them be right. Let them be right with their bad suggestions or discouragement. Let them just be right, and you will be out of the conversation sooner. That's my advice to you, and I hope you will take it and save yourself just a shitload of heartache during this most happy time of year. All right, gang. Whatever you celebrate or whether you celebrate, I hope you have a nice time during this industry slowdown. And I'll be back with more thoughts. I always am. I'll probably take a few weeks off for the holidays because I don't want you watching me talking about auditioning or acting career for a little while. We're going to just take a Christmas break and a New Year's break. And I'll be back. All right. See you then. Bye.